Hello. Welcome to Not Yet Deep Dive. We're going to, there we go. We're going to deep dive today with our very special guest, May, from Nick Spheres, who has already selected a movie for...
Hey Mikey, I have a gift for you. It's called Power Rangers. The price is still on.
We asked May to come be our friend because we love all your content, and you decided we're watching Power Rangers, so I'm just gonna... Now host the show.
Okay, hi. So, I'm a natural host, so this is not a big deal. This is a show I make called Deep Dive that I make myself, and today I've decided to get a bunch of friends together. We're gonna do Power Rangers, which is my personal choice because I like this movie. I haven't seen it, so we're gonna do that.
What a creative opening for our show, Deep Dive, that is hosted by May, who's been there this entire time.
Welcome to Deep Dive. Kaboom.
Planet Earth. Alright, what year is this? Oh,
Cenozoic.
Cenozoic.
I'm familiar, not...
Let's take the Power Rangers back a little.
Yeah.
Actually, this is like, oh my God, the Power.
Oh my God, is this
We did take the
Avengers
Power
Infinity?
Rangers
Is
back.
that Thanos?
It is.
Wow.
It is okay, I thought so.
Now, who is that character?
Oh no.
Oh my God. I see. I'm down with Power Rangers, but I don't know if I'm down with those Power Rangers.
What is happening?
I don't know. That's me in a few years.
Tastefully concealed nudity in your PG-13, that's
Yeah.
you? So I walked into this thinking it was gonna be horrible. I literally put it in the box because I thought it was gonna be horrible.
Yeah.
Power Rangers. We're watching Power Rangers.
We're watching Power Rangers. Saban's Power Rangers. Saban. Saban.
Got it in one.
Saban.
Oh, it's Bryan Cranston.
Oh my God, I'm so down for this. Like that they had Bryan Cranston running
He's
around.
given it everything, and he's nude. Did you just write, he was on Breaking Bad? No, really. You're writing the bottom.
Yeah. If this was a Shane Black thing.
I love this. That
Yeah.
the Power Rangers ended up killing the dinosaurs by calling a meteor down to kill their enemy. Are you
Hell
kidding
yeah.
me? This is incredible.
I just like the idea that like the responsibility of all life on Earth dying was because of the Power Rangers.
The Power Rangers.
Man, Bryan Cranston. Like,
He's really doing a lot. I'm pleased with it. Up to and including being apparently the cause of whatever extinction of the dinosaurs.
I don't even know who he said to shoot a meteor at the Earth. I want to know their story. The hot hail.
Callback!
So we saw how the dinosaurs died,
Yes.
and then we are brought to present day.
Where we meet a boy who milked a male cow.
But then we sort of, smash cut to cow.
No, we don't smash cut, we match cut. There's a lot of really good match cuts in this movie. There's the hedge there that looks kind of like a cow, and then it transitions to this door that opens and someone jerks off a cow.
His friend milked a male cow. It was not ideal. Afterwards, the main character, Jason, he flees the scene and ends up getting into this really gnarly car crash.
This is the first 5 minutes of
Yeah.
Power Rangers,
By the way, wasn't sure if you knew what video you'd clicked on. We're talking about Power Rangers.
And it's actually kind of beautifully shot.
Yeah, at this moment we kind of realize that the filmmaking of the film is good.
Yeah, it like,
Shockingly.
Oh, wow. Like setting up for the inevitable, Universal ride, this is what you're gonna...
Oh my God.
Whoa!
Yeah, that all needed to happen.
The filmmaking in this
Dorito bag.
is way too good.
Dorito bag on the roof.
that was like genuinely scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bryan Cranston dies, the dinosaurs go extinct, someone jerks off a cow, and there's a one-shot car chase, and that's the first 5 minutes of Power Rangers. I can't wait to get into the proper action now.
Biggest surprise of probably this year so far was that I really like the Power Rangers movie. I am very scared when they walk into a Krispy Kreme, because I know what's coming. It's gonna get cheap, and it's gonna get shitty. I don't care. I'm here for it.
I grew up watching Power Rangers to the point where I identified. I thought I was gonna be my own Power Ranger. There weren't a lot of, Spanish-speaking brown Power Rangers out there, so I just sort of had to pick one. It's kind of funny because I'm looking at this movie and I thought I was gonna be, oh my gosh, my childhood. No, this is a vast improvement.
And I know you think it's noble that you didn't rat out your friends. I acted alone. Beefcake and I had a connection. Yeah, that's funny. You know what's not funny?
Cake.
This was supposed to be your season.
You know what's not funny? The entire audience is like,
Your own ticket.
His name is what?
Every year, every Saturday for the rest of the year, just so you can brag with all these other weirdos and criminals.
define weirdos, Roy.
He gets into a car crash, and next we see him, he's in a leg brace and he has an ankle monitor because he's been big old trouble. We see him going to Saturday school because he was out for 3 weeks.
Right, and
Traumatic
there
car
he
crash.
meets the other characters, namely
Billy.
Billy!
Hey! Billy, don't you lose my number. This movie is fantastic, and I'm putting it all on the shoulders of Billy.
So Billy is a really important character. And I say that one because he's one of our main characters, but also he's on the autistic spectrum.
Yeah, and there's a whole scene about it.
And what I wasn't prepared for was to have a main character with autism on the spectrum in such an obvious way that actually gave a shit. Because movies don't do that.
And then he becomes a Power Ranger. And I'm thinking, this is super cool. There is an autistic superhero.
Like, here's what you never hear. Yo, you see that Power Rangers movie? Woke as fuck. Like, no one says that. And yet, how many movies with a main character with autism can you name?
But it was just really cool for me to see that kind of representation because yes, this is a diverse cast, but that is a kind of diversity that we don't see in media often.
I'm very into the fact that it's saying things that movies don't say. And that's not nothing. So someone cared. I'm guessing a lot of people cared because it's a Power Rangers movie.
I kind of love how authentically kind of crappy teenagers they are. And they're all kind of misfits. It feels a lot more kind of authentic in a way that maybe the previous version did not.
Teenagers, am I right? I'm not.
17-year-old, 25-year-olds.
That level of representation, among all of the levels of representation in this movie, told me the narrative around this film was a disservice and mean. Because everyone said, oh, it's blah, blah, blah. It's a kids movie with superheroes punching each other, I guess. We haven't got there yet. We'll find out.
Jason, who got into the car accident and friend
Milked
did
the
naughty
cow.
bits to the cow, he stands up for Billy, and Billy instantly latches onto him.
Yeah, friends. Good.
Right.
Good friends.
And actually offers to override his ankle bracelet, his ankle monitor.
I love his look though on the right.
Hey,
Yeah, that's good.
hang out
The
down, huh?
tan on
Not we
blue.
have to, but
Mostly we just review fashion in films.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm here for that.
Flash Gordon was like the fashion movie.
Yeah, it looks like a Unarius movie. Like, that's
Why are we Dutch angled though? That's
They're
wrong.
upstairs, that actually works.
One of the cool things that I do find about this movie, there's a lot of really cool shots happening, and I really appreciate that because I'm like, you really didn't have to do all of these, but you're doing them, and I appreciate that, and that's cool.
After Jason gets his ankle bracelet hacked, he and Billy go to the old gold mines that are in town that Billy's dad used to work at.
The absurdity of that just
Right.
kind of hit me.
When
They
I
go
said
to
it out
the
loud.
old gold
Right.
mine. Billy, who we love, and a 17-year-old, 25-year-old go to an old gold mine.
Yeah.
Where they get magic powers.
They do
from
find
rocks
magic stones.
that come from prehistoric Bryan Cranston.
Aliens, yeah.
You say it like that. It is tough.
Yeah.
It is challenging.
But it's fun.
I don't know. I've found it to be very organic so far, and yeah, they didn't need to go as ham as they did, but they have.
Yeah. We meet two other kids who are just kind of trespassing in this mine area.
Yeah.
One is doing Tai Chi to heavy metal music.
One is
Spying.
and stalking with binoculars.
Yeah.
But
so,
luckily, our main character also does it.
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. Oh, he wandered off because a cute girl was.
He wanted to spy on a girl that he liked.
Yeah, not
Oh,
ideal.
she cut her hair off.
She did, because she was being bullied as well. Bullies are a big theme.
They were mean, so she cut her hair off with blunt scissors, but it looked amazing.
It did look amazing.
I don't know how she did it.
Talents.
Damn, I can't believe her hair went missing.
She walks in and they're like, how the fuck did you make your hair look that good?
Yeah, seriously,
Yeah.
with like safety scissors.
Yeah, you've done it.
Oh no, you look even better than you did before.
With a movie, you have less time to build up these characters before everything, so they just throw them directly into it right after detention. But yeah, they keep bumping off of each other in very realistic ways, but then they end up in the same place no matter what. And they're like, oh, okay, I guess we could have powers together. Okay, yeah, sure.
There are 5 Power Rangers.
There are 5.
We forgot about one because the film forgot about her too. She was on top of the gold mine when it collapsed.
Right.
And we thought she died, but she just coughed up a rock.
Yeah, she did fine. So they find their stones and they each kind of naturally gravitate towards one of them. The explosion has somehow set off security alarms.
No.
So security is coming. They all manage to collect in one van, and then that van gets hit by a train for another very graphic car accident. So if you're not a fan of car accidents, not a great movie.
But I'll tell you this, because I have major car accident kind of PTSD, because I've been in a couple major accidents, and I am having a great time.
But even things that I know we've probably bagged on in previous episodes about like how long has actually passed that you're trying to establish this relationship. In 2 instances, they actually say, I barely know you, we just met. And I'm like, thank you for actually stating that instead of pretending like, hey, we're all fast friends and we're gonna save the world now.
Yeah, they do one of those in the school where someone refers to someone by their full name, and I'm like, man, we did that in high school a lot.
Yeah.
Because like, oh yeah, you have to keep track of that person even though you have no idea who they are.
That does land. That does mean something more than just, you know, another action movie starring Jason Statham or whoever.
Yeah, now they're superheroes. So they wake up and they've got magic superpowers, and those powers include smashing sinks, pulling doors off of things. Oh, they can jump, and then a bully comes up to Billy, our favorite,
Right.
comes up to Billy and tries to break his hand, and like you can hear the bones snapping just a lot.
Or like moving, because
But-
it doesn't break.
But Billy's just like, I'm Billy, it's cool.
Right, and then the bully tries to headbutt him and ends up knocking
and it
himself
almost
out.
breaks the movie.
Right, right.
Poor movie almost got hurt by Billy's immense powers. This is like kind of like Akira. Billy is like our Tetsuo. He's like getting more powerful, so powerful that he's breaking the movie.
It's pretty good so far.
I like it.
Billy is a treat, a delight,
Billy.
would protect, would fight for.
Yes,
13 out of 10,
Billy.
Billy.
I'm here for Billy. Billy.
I think it's
It is fun. It is fun. Let's
Alien
get
Bryan
serious. It's
Cranston,
fun.
I'm 100% in.
Everything I'm seeing so far just kind of defies what I'd heard about this movie, so I'm excited to see where it goes.
To say we're into it is an understatement, and I can't wait to see what happens.
So we have 2 different kinds of Oreos to try today. We have cherry cola Oreos and firework Oreos. Now the fun thing is they both have popping candy. So I'm gonna open up the cherry cola ones.
Fun.
Firework. See, these smell fine.
These do not.
Oh my Christ! Oh my
I
Christ!
still have like a full.
Smells like cherry cola.
Pop rocks and soda.
Oh no.
We'll miss you, Mikey.
Smells like ass warmed over.
Oh no.
No, no, no.
Well, we lost Mikey in a different way.
That's not bad.
Oh, you got the Pop Rocks. It's happening. The Pop Rocks are fun. I like the fireworks. Right, you're getting it. Oh, I know. I was trying to open my mouth too, but I don't think it's loud enough. Oh, wow.
Oh, this is magical.
Baby, you're a firework.
That's fun.
All right, let's watch this movie.
All right.
That is a weird sensation.
There you go.
As someone who's had like significant tooth issues though, having that kind of crackling sensation is actually kind of unnerving now.
Yeah.
I'm
I have
afraid it
really
will
bad
never
TMJ,
go away.
So it horrifies me.
So we're continuing to watch the Power Ranger movie, and so far I'm really enjoying it.
Friendship ended with Billy, who stole my sweater.
If you look at this right here, that is clearly Sam wearing that sweater. I will point out, post-dates the film coming out. You're
Well, ding dang it.
there. Is that what the kids are saying? Owned? Are you owned? Are you,
You know,
owned?
in the traditional Hawaiian accent. Anyway,
It's morphin time, except they can't. And that's the struggle that we're dealing with at this point in the movie.
Oh my god, I can't believe you've done this. I wasn't ready. I was just thinking in my brain, I was like, how in the hell are we gonna start this? And then you just had that in your brain. It was just ready and now we're going.
Let's see, we've met all of our teenagers. They have all come together or been chosen by these coins to be the new Earth's Power Rangers.
Walk us through Act 2, friend.
they found a big spaceship underground, and are you a Minoc? What is this? They find a Bill Hader robot.
We're talking about Alpha 5, which is Bill Hader doing a wacky voice.
He has big old bug eyes.
Who is chatty and a little snarky and totally up my alley.
Then they talk to a wall.
Texturally, like we're talking about a wall with Bryan Cranston's face on it.
He is part of the ship, and he tells these teenagers that they are now Power Rangers.
They're a bunch of teenagers that have been imbued with a lot of power and they're not entirely sure how to deal with that.
And what that means is they have to protect this crystal of life in order to maintain life on Earth.
I love this movie. Like, I'm super into it. I thought all the stuff I was gonna hate. Oh, I don't want to watch Bryan Cranston sing to. Nope.
Oh, yeah.
Nope.
Okay.
Incredible. Oh, Bill Hader's not. Nope. Bill Hader's great as Alpha 5.
He also tells them the story of Rita, the main villain.
They need to save the world from Rita Repulsa, who is a goblin that eats gold.
Rita Repulsa finds that she has expensive taste in jewelry.
Can we take a moment for Elizabeth Banks?
Amazing. I will say watching her eat a necklace was weird, but it was good. You know, it got the point across.
Like legitimately consumes gold, will rip it out of people's faces and dental fillings
Yes, I understand that she has expensive taste
ate
because
it.
she ate it.
and make an awesome scepter out of it.
You have Elizabeth Banks, who is like, no one is ever gonna ask me to play a villain, ever.
This is her one shot.
So I'm gonna devour this role. She eats all the gold.
She just straight up eats all the gold. She builds a, what's the name?
And then she raises her first putty, which is
sorry.
kind of cool.
Yeah.
Gets shot, doesn't do too much.
Mostly just pisses her off a lot.
Yeah. Did she have heels at the end of that?
Costumes are gorgeous, and also just her set pieces. She has her staff that's plated in gold.
She
She had Heelys, actually.
She grew a
Super
whole bunch
surprised.
of like new weaponry and stuff with gold. Oh man, she's so cool.
So we learn about Rita, and then we have a training montage.
She fits in the tantrums. Obviously, that's what you do.
In a Krispy Kreme film, you got to.
Yeah,
Those are the rules.
yeah.
That's actually one of my favorite bands, so I was super in for that.
And all of this in service of like some kids who can't quite get their suits to
go
do.
to suit.
They can't morph into Power Rangers because they're not a team yet. So the training montage is to make them a team.
The 5 Power Rangers, like the actors who play them, clearly did a lot of training.
And they get the crap beat out of them. Over and over and over again.
Don't tell me to concentrate. Just follow my lead. Let's not fight with each other.
I really like this group dynamic.
Yeah.
Yeah. They do have chemistry.
Yeah.
Including the robot. Like, the robot is extremely charming.
There's this really fun, flirtatious fight over like the last piece of donut in a Krispy Kreme that is like actually really well executed.
I think what worked about that scene to me, you remember like the Ben Affleck Daredevil? That scene does not work. They took that sort of campy, over the top, superhero nutso stuff. The two teen girls made it work, and Jennifer Garner, Ben Affleck didn't. So what's up?
Wanted to mention this to you. Adaptation of nostalgia stuff.
Yes.
Kind of passionate about this while we're watching this, where I feel like this movie is legitimately taking like the thing that people loved about Power Rangers and like actually making it better.
Yes.
Like, I feel like those original shows are like one thing or whatever, but like I think that this makes for like a really good adaptation, just because it's like expanding on the ideas and like what actually made the original stuff really good.
It's not doing it in a way that feels cheap and like constantly nudging you like, hey, remember that thing? It's doing it subtly. Like, perfect example, if you didn't know the trope of the Power Rangers wearing the color that they end up being, sometimes it's a solid colored shirt, but it's not that for everyone. It's very subtle details, and even in the homes, in Trini's house, there are some yellow bowls on the shelves.
I'm noticing that even in their respective houses, the color elements are pulling through. Like, it had a blue detail around his cup. Like, that was really cool.
That is just giving me like a warm and fuzzy feeling, and it doesn't feel cheap at all. And I think that's kind of why I love this movie right now.
Like, here's the thing. The movie is, like, I don't want to say dumb, it's silly. It's nuts.
I'm here for it.
Oh no!
Oh no!
He has 6 legs.
You weren't ready. You weren't
No,
ready.
not another car accident.
No one will know. I don't know. I can't believe it.
Noticed.
I cannot believe it.
But it's small. It's very direct.
But I adore it.
Yeah.
Like, I adore that it's campy and it's silly in a way that I don't think reviewers gave it the same shot.
I think it's just really cool. They're focusing on diversity and teamwork and how you can be more powerful as friends and as a team than you can be just being a punk-ass kid by yourself.
Because this movie is hardcore pushing the representation angle. So for people to have shortchanged it, I feel a little on that. Like, I feel like people didn't give this movie a shot.
Really like this movie. Oh shit. I'm sinking into it actually, which is what's really
Who
weird.
knew?
We had a whole conversation about it in the room where we were like, are we allowed to actually legitimately sink into this and like it?
Well, it's deep dive, so yes.
There's also just very few people, both in front of the camera and behind it, that aren't just giving that 100%.
I think it's really cool. I think it's gorgeous. The cinematography is incredible. The special effects are like mind-blowing.
So many shots are like super dynamic and moving and like
A lot of one-shots.
well set up. Yeah.
So many
They
one-shots.
don't need to be. These are just conversations, but instead they're just super
I could do with
kinetic.
less Dutch angles, because those tend to create a feeling that is not necessarily represented by the film.
Hey, oh no.
Oh no!
Oh no.
But everything's
Oh, no.
fine. It just looks nice.
Yeah. See, we fooled you.
But like the saturation is different from the beginning to now. Oh my god, there's the product placement.
you.
You know, thankfully, I really like Krispy Kreme donuts, because otherwise the blatant product placement would be turning me super off.
If it was some shitty donut, then I think I would probably get real mad.
As someone who has been in a Dunkin' Donuts commercial and is no longer getting the residual checks, I can say I do prefer Krispy Kreme. If I didn't, I could see how this would be an issue.
Is that true though?
Yes,
I
yeah.
can't believe that. I love Dunkin' Donuts
Yeah,
coffee.
yeah, it's super true.
Hey, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking Dunkin'.
It's always Dunkin'. Nothing but Dunkin'.
It tastes awesome. It's my absolute favorite.
Nothing but Dunkin'.
It tastes awesome.
Support the show, Dunkin' Donuts. I love your coffee.
Mail it to this P.O. box.
I love the hard cut from Krispy Kreme to a funeral.
We know Rita's out there, we know she's getting more powerful. Our Power Rangers have no idea really what they're doing, but they know they have to do something.
Can teenagers actually save the world? They have to come together and do it out of love and protection and like what all that actually means. And
everybody's kind of like wrapped in this failure. Two of the Power Rangers actually start fist fighting each other. Our great and wonderful hero, Billy, will not stand for this. So he stops the fight and in that moment ends up morphing into the Power Ranger outfit, which is gorgeous.
What did Billy do? What did Billy? Oh, is he becoming? Oh, he's in the. He did it! Look at that blue.
I want one so bad. That's when they realize they don't actually know what controls it, but they now know that it's possible. So there's kind of this rekindled hope until they get dunked on by Bryan Cranston, who's like, no, but do it again. I dare you.
Bryan Cranston, he's there for it. Bill Hader, he's here for it. They're actually adding to the film.
We had this really great team building, and then all of a sudden, we're kind of at a low point. That's where we've stopped for right now.
We still have a half a movie to watch.
We're gonna cry at the end. We're gonna cry a lot, and this will be the first deep dive tears.
But then we'll drown our sorrows in donuts.
And beer.
Are you morphing?
I don't know.
How'd you do
guys
it?
thinking about when we're trying to morph?
You must shed your masks to wear this armor.
I think about feet when I'm trying to morph.
So Mikey, we are watching Power Rangers, and some stuff has happened in this movie.
Big stuff.
Hi.
Hello.
And we have feelings about it.
This is kicking ass. Like super duper
Yeah.
ass. I'm loving this
It's
so
good.
much.
It's fun.
A Krispy Kreme.
Donuts aside, this movie has been doing some really incredible things.
Character building, for sure.
Character building, definitely.
Me and my mom.
Oh.
And my mom? My mom is the best!
I believe you. Did nobody challenge that statement, dog?
She's sick.
Oh.
I do what I can, but
They're playing truth or dare. This is how
I'm
teenagers get to
scared.
know each other, I assume.
sometimes I get too scared to stay there at night because
Seconds ago we were making 4 jokes and now we're all going to be in tears.
And I like the way that they do the character building.
I'm so astounded by this movie's ability to take very stereotypical bonding things and actually making them really touching. They do truth or dare, and somehow that's really effective.
I got nobody else.
You got us, dog.
We your friends.
Be
we're the
there
Power
for him.
Rangers.
Be his
I think being with
family.
you guys is good for me.
Yeah.
Because people hold things back and people like throw out, easy, quick jokes and then realize, okay, no, I gotta tell you the real truth.
More.
I like country music.
Hell yeah.
What?
No, matter of fact, I love country music. I don't miss my dad as much.
Shit. This got
Coming
real.
to the mine with him was all I had.
They do
It's
it
effective.
like we're getting to know friends, as opposed to like, you need to know this, this, and this about this character.
These people feel like real people. They feel like real teenagers, and
Yeah,
it feels
yeah,
like they're really like starting to get to know each other.
And that's why we're here, right? We're
Right.
here because they're all misfits, but they're misfits with like hearts of gold.
That feels so cool.
Yeah, and it's almost like we're one of them. We kind of are in the scenes there too. I mean, the cinematography lends to it, especially that campfire scene, because we're like in there and we're seeing
Circle
everything
around.
from the circle outside of the fire. So it's not like we're seeing any like close-ups that are just kind of like singles.
All the shooting in this movie has done a really good job of having group shots that are very, I keep saying this, dynamic, but like they keep moving in a circle and making you feel like you're there walking around the circle of people talking, and I feel very involved.
Right.
This made me feel closer to you guys. Like,
Bigger secret is why were you in detention? I blew up my lunchbox.
What I love is that you find out why he's in detention and why he ends up meeting Jason, and it's because he built a bomb and it went off in his locker because he likes building things.
very small thing.
Like don't bring bombs to school. Pretty easy moral of that tale.
Which it makes sense that he, of all the characters, would not necessarily understand
Realize,
the
right.
social graces that lead you to that decision.
If you build a science experiment, that might explode.
Yeah, he's
not
like,
everybody's.
it's science.
Right.
Not,
He's doing it for engineering purposes.
I mean, one character admits to cyberbullying someone.
Yeah.
That's not something that's discussed very frequently in movies. Oh, I did this thing to my friend and I didn't realize the ramifications and scale, and then I saw their parents be like crestfallen. I went, oh shit, I did a really bad thing.
Yeah.
But then kind of pushing through that and still thinking, oh, can I still be a good person after I did a shitty thing? Like, are those two mutually exclusive?
Yeah.
I never said any of this out loud.
Well, it's cool. You're with us now.
This shit is so real. Oh my god.
Fuck
What does that mean? No,
Billy is the man.
This is probably one of the most engaging movies we've watched.
Absolutely.
On Deep Dive.
I think that lends to maybe kind of the whole point too, is like we're all like these kids.
Representation is a huge part of that.
Yeah.
You know, we all have our kind of make mistakes or have our troubles or have our things that maybe socially don't play so well, you know. We all have our kind of quirks or things that make us different, and it's kind of a celebration of that in a certain sort of way. It's like, yeah, you deserve power and you deserve, you know, strength, and it's all real good.
Are you Power Rangers or are you friends?
Can we put that on the goddamn box?
Telling me I was gonna love the Power Rangers movie and be this into it, I would have told you to go swim in a body of water.
It's good. It's a feel-good sort of thing. And now, I'm really stoked because now we're going into the moment where these like people that we've established are like us are going to go beat the shit out of a witch.
Right, so she eats enough gold, she's powerful enough, and she hunts down the Rangers because she wants to find the Crystal of Life.
Yes.
Right?
Oh no, it's Rita, she's dripping. Because she dripped. Ah!
Do you know who I am?
She got the gold tip on her nails too now.
And so we get this scene where Rita finally is powerful enough, she's eaten enough of her gold Cheerios.
Back to
and
this.
she ends up telling the Yellow Ranger,
Oh, you want your armor? I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
and the Yellow Ranger collects everybody together to go fight them, but they still haven't morphed yet.
I figured that the power of friendship and even the fact that they tried would be the thing that would get them to morph, and it didn't.
But they were like, we don't care about the morphin thing. We're
Yeah.
just gonna go take Rita down anyway, whatever.
They were able to come together and actually take up arms anyway because they figured that saving the world and just really giving it an earnest shot was more valuable to them regardless of whether or not they could morph.
So they just grab a bunch of sticks and they're like, we're gonna go beat the shit out of
Sticks
this
and
witch.
chains.
I don't care.
Rita came to my house tonight. Yeah, she's real.
I did not expect to be this into this movie. Like, we're all zeroed in.
She was trying to get me to join
Yeah,
her.
you're over there trying to
Second
film
time
us
in my life,
and
I
we're not
couldn't see
saying
her.
shit.
I did not talk at all while we were watching
I think
it.
that's why I feel bad for Thaddeus, because he has to keep like filming us, and there's these moments where he has to kind of like beep beep, like poke
Right.
us into like saying stuff because we're just
I genuinely couldn't
Like-
say anything. I think we have to talk about what happened.
Yeah, they try to go like Streets of Rage on her,
Yeah.
and that is like not, it goes exactly the way that you think it's gonna go.
Yeah.
They bring out their chains and their pipes and their like
which makes
cricket
them
bat.
selfless.
Right, definitely.
And Shaun of the Dead has taught us that a cricket bat is a very effective weapon.
Where's my crystal?
We don't know.
No. You don't know. But guess what? One of you does. Who could it be?
I just want to say she is going for this role.
I love Elizabeth Banks. She's like never not good.
I know.
Yeah.
She's brilliant in everything.
She directed
As also a director.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pacific 2 is like legit.
I love Rita.
Rita is great.
I like her.
Yeah, she is chewing every bit of available scenery.
Yeah,
She's
good.
all in. She's
She's
all
really good.
in.
And her costume, it's wild.
And I'm slowly coming to the realization that apparently the key to the fate of the universe is in a Krispy Kreme.
Let's have it happen in a Krispy Kreme.
The crystal is located at a donut establishment by the name of Krispy Kreme. Is that what you said?
Oh no!
She'll be
Billy,
fine.
no!
She'll be fine.
Yo.
Billy is our favorite. And then Rita's like, I'm actually magic and evil, and she fucking destroys them.
I don't think any of us thought kill a character. That's how you get them to morph.
It's
She's
Billy.
a really terrible
He's the
first
best character in the movie.
They know he's the best, too.
No.
He's dead?
Oh shit!
Did you
Hang
check?
on.
Well, she checked his pulse, but that
No,
actually doesn't
no,
tell you
no,
anything
no,
as a
no,
first responder. Like, you
What?
need to check to see if they're breathing or not.
What? Who does that? And Power Rangers does.
How dare this movie?
And they do it in a way that makes us care about the character, makes us care about the characters who are caring about him.
Right.
I don't come to Deep Dive wearing non-waterproof mascara for them to pull this on us as a collective.
No, Billy got
We
beat.
should start a band! Oh! God, Billy.
Billy got beat.
Pick him up.
Save him.
Help me pick him up.
Save him.
Who's gonna be the Blue Ranger if Billy dead? Is this why everybody hates it? Because Billy's dead?
She just kills Billy. Like it is.
She does.
It is, and he dies. When that happened, I was ruined. Like
Yeah.
I was not okay.
You were upset.
I cried inside.
I care. I care about these people enough that I was about to risk this mug because of Billy's apparent death, which they stretched out long enough that I was really feeling that there was absolutely no coming back.
I let Billy into my heart, and I feel very, very good about that.
There was that moment where
There's
we're like,
like-
he's not really dead, and the movie's like, no, he's really dead.
There's like
And
3 minutes where he's dead.
It's-
It's not like a 30-second and then he comes back to life. He's like actually dead for a portion of this movie.
The fact that we were in the Billy fan club like all the way even before that was ever set up, that makes me super happy. I thought that was really, really cool.
Dear summer films, that's how you do the thing.
Right.
Oh my God.
And-
Because I was.
I
The
mean,
movie knew that we were in the Billy fan club.
yeah, they
The
put
drama
us
was
there.
for us. It
Yeah.
was good.
Yeah.
As we said at the beginning of the film, if Billy dies, we riot, and I was ready to throw every light on the ground. I was ready to flip the couch.
Right.
I was ready to cancel the show. Like I was there.
It was so hard.
They cheapened it by adding this slow, non-Benny King version of Stand By Me, which no.
They played Stand By Me during it. and
That was
like,
a low blow. I will back up the low blow. Not that it wasn't effective. It was just.
Oh,
like,
it was. It was like
Ooh.
He's really dead.
heart-wrenching,
Here
yeah.
you go.
I almost cried. This movie should not have been in the box.
Wake up, bud.
You are not
we
allowed
are
to use this
not
song in that
here for
moment.
this. Yeah.
No.
Unless he wakes up.
Yeah.
And then it's fine.
Yeah, then it's fine.
Because they're standing by him. I'm actually emotionally fucked up by this. Billy, wake up.
Alpha.
Oh my God.
This is our low
Do
point.
something, okay?
I didn't.
There must be something you can do for me.
This movie was supposed to take me here.
Not ready. Zordon, please help us.
Billy.
Don't
Okay?
be a dick.
Please.
Cash
Billy.
only, no credit, don't ask.
And then finally, after all of this, they start working as a team because they realize if Billy's dead, we need to fix this, right? Like, if we can't bring him back, we need to at least kill the person who killed him.
Right.
And that's what really actually
least
gets the
revenge.
team. Yeah.
It feels earned, it really does, including Zardon's choice.
Like Zordon, who is underdeveloped and has to also sacrifice part of
Himself.
his stuff.
Yeah.
It makes sense, you know, he was the Red Ranger before. He was the one who made the sacrifices and was the leader who knew that's the kind of choice you have to make.
This movie opens with Zordon making a sacrifice.
Right.
Which is a designed move. And that makes Bryan Cranston make more sense.
Why didn't you step through? That was your only chance.
I know,
I didn't want
but
to.
only one can come back.
Hell yeah.
Zordon did a sacrifice!
Fine, okay.
Zordon did a sacrifice!
Man.
Woo! I was really worried. Movies don't do this to me. I was really worried.
They set it up pretty well, like giving him an opportunity to come back to life and then making it a very clear choice that he makes to save Billy. Like, that ruled.
And thankfully Billy came back, and we're good, and it's cool.
Like the things I knew about this film going in. It took forever for them to be Rangers. I didn't know that the reason it did is because they had to earn it.
It's easy to see Captain America who's like, oh, you always make the right decision every time because you have this
Right.
very pure moral code, and that's
Much harder movie to make a movie about people that are flawed that
Yeah.
can overcome their flaws. It's almost like a story.
Yeah!
A lot of reviews are like, well, there's cool action at the beginning, there's cool action at the end, but then there's like an hour and a half of pfft. And I'm like, the pfft is the thing that really
It's so
grabs me.
Well, I made the Akira comparison earlier. That's Rita Repulsa gets power and then she becomes evil. You know, it's the same way. But then you put power in the hands of people that really genuinely love and care about each other, and they actually contribute to the world and do good things and help each other.
I think every newspaper in America should pay us to review movies because when we watch them as friends, we actually care about them as opposed to just shitting all over them.
It's a nice, intersectional, sweet little movie.
And now they're gonna crawl into big robotic dinosaurs?
Oh my
God!
I'm
Like,
so excited.
That's all we have left is big robotic dinosaurs. I am here.
Well, and the fighting the putties and like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's really good. It's a good movie, guys. It's a good movie.
All right, let's do this.
Oh, they're gonna fight in the water?
Oh.
Hell yeah.
No.
Yes.
Apparently the answer is
What? Teamwork makes the dream work. Yes.
This is gorgeous.
Yeah, this movie has shocked me to my core.
Yeah. Well, it finally got to the place where it's like, this is Power Rangers, like definitely 100% Power Rangers.
Oh, yeah.
Made a gold monster.
Yeah. Wow.
So we just finished watching Power Rangers.
Ah! This movie was so good.
There were 7 people in that room, and everyone reacted to everything, and I think that's important.
You guys all made fun of it. What a mistake you made. I can't believe you. I'm so disappointed in you at home.
I'm looking back at all of the reasons why I initially thought that this movie would suck and that I wouldn't even touch it with a 10-foot pole.
I know what I expected from this movie, and that was not a bad movie, but sort of a bland, soulless, yet another reboot of a franchise that everyone knows what to expect from.
That it was just gonna be another nostalgia bomb and they were going to ruin my childhood and they weren't gonna get any of the elements right.
It's easy, I think, to get kind of wrapped up in the machine of the whole thing, you know? Everybody on Twitter being like, look at these stupid costumes, and look at this. This is what they're doing to my childhood. Oh my God. And,
I was like, this is not my Rita Repulsa. But knowing what the actual story is and knowing the reason behind it, it's not just some random costume choice, it's her broken Power Ranger armor. That is huge.
I was preparing myself to, at worst, be bored, just a kind of crazy CGI fest. And it was a CGI fest, but it was awesome.
And I loved it. And I loved it for different reasons than I loved other films we've watched on this.
Because this was good. We all adored it. All of us.
at some point, you actually see the movie and you go, oh, maybe we should give things a chance.
We don't give stuff a chance anymore. I'm not cool with that.
I'm kind of sad and mad at myself that I didn't even give this a passing chance, because it was fantastic.
I don't know how you can watch a movie where a giant robot suplexes a giant golden demon and not come out of there going, that was one of the best things I've ever seen. Oh, I love it. They're made out of stop signs and stuff. This is awesome.
God, if you'd paid me to cut a Power Ranger trailer to Kanye West Power, I would have died first, and then I would have come back as a ghost, and I would have adored every second.
Yeah, I would have been like,
I am here for this.
Oh, no, not the Chevy.
I thank my stars. We can do a show that might elevate things that you think are just, for example, dumb ads for Krispy Kremes.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah! That was very good.
How is this a scene of film?
Is the hot donut sign on? Yes,
here it is.
okay,
Here
okay,
it is. Here it is.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. This is hilarious.
Yeah.
God, what a read! What a read on this
there
film.
was an entire minute of that, and that was
It's not over. I think she's still there.
Hey, what's up? That's not this.
And I kept getting warned about this whole Krispy Kreme thing. You may have seen earlier that I was slightly indignant. That scene was all of like a second, and it was actually kind of like a funny joke.
I like Krispy Kreme donuts, and I have no problem with Rita Burpulsa eating one. I think that's great. It represented me because I am also a hideous monster, and I also love eating donuts. No, that is the end of the Krispy Kreme. It was just a one donut.
Anything.
She took a bite of a goddamn donut, and everybody lost their mind.
Yeah, it really wasn't a thing at all.
It's a 3-second thing, and also, it's a small town. Anyone who's been around a small town knows that 90% of directions are based entirely around franchises of like, oh yeah, left of McDonald's. That's it.
It was also just rad. Like, it was just a rad film.
The action was inventive, it was fulfilling, it was kinetic.
The special effects were beautiful, the costumes were incredible, the actors were good.
That's less than ideal.
Oh, they gotta come together.
They gotta
make
come together.
the Megazord.
Voltron, man.
Oh my god.
A lot of movies are like, these people are friends. This movie told us why. They gave us weaknesses, they filled in for each other's weaknesses and built a bond.
It felt like it had power behind it.
Oh.
Oh, they're kissing.
Oh.
I'm okay with it.
They made the Megazord an emotional victory.
Wow.
Damn.
And this movie was like, what does it mean to be a Power Ranger? Maybe we should spend our entire movie delving into why being a Power Ranger is something that a kid should want to be.
The idea of friendship and coming together and teamwork being the thing that actually solves problems from a team that is incredibly diverse.
Representation matters. It will affect people watching a film. That is everything.
This is the Power Rangers that I wish I'd seen when I was a kid.
I think if I was a kid and I saw this movie, I'd be like, first off, Power Rangers are cool, and I want to be one.
An entire generation would be very lucky for this to be their Power Rangers.
This movie like set out to earn their everything.
Every part of it felt earned.
They earned the like Megazord moment.
Even the stuff that they forecasted, like we were cheering when it happened.
Everyone, let's go!
Sorry, Angel Grove.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they oh god.
Okay, points movie. Points movie. Points.
They earned the playing of the theme song until like the very end as the Zords were charging.
That ending battle was good. When they played the Power Ranger theme, I cried real tears. Not really, but I got very excited.
They earned all of it, and that was fantastic.
It's about friendships and it is about finding family that loves you no matter where you came from.
Finding a way to like blend together to become a unit, to do good in the world? I'm sorry. What do you want from cinema?
You should watch it.
So the fact that people have this is kind of awesome that this actually exists.
Oh!
Okay. Just throw her into space. I don't know how to do it.
Rockets blasting off again.
Whoa, this is...
Wait, did we actually?
This is wild.
They hit her into space.
This is so wild. Yeah, definitely lower atmo.
Did you just slap her? I did.
I
Right?
That's a callback to the thing that it did to the bully at the beginning of the movie!
I think it was an incredible film, and I would watch it over and over and over again.
Every cheer, every triumphant moment was completely and totally earned.
Hey! There they are.
Hey, wait, that was Tommy and
Yeah,
Kim.
that was Tommy and Kimberly.
Oh, yeah.
They're right there.
Yep, there
Yeah,
they
right
are.
there. There they are.
Taking pictures of their Samsungs.
Oh my God. What are you doing? You should go watch it.
Man, I would watch that movie again. That's pretty much the whole thing. I would watch that movie again. That was so much fun.
Highly recommend Power Rangers.
It blew my mind and exceeded every expectation I could have possibly put on it.
Why are you looking at me? Go do it. It's good. Goodbye. I'm done. That's the end.
Just don't eat cherry Coke Oreos.
Next time on Deep Dive.
So I'm here with Sam, and we've kind of just loved everything everyone's throwing at us, and there's some bad stuff in there. I want you to pick something bad.
Oh, something bad, huh?
Something bad.
I'm sure that's not gonna be a...
That's worse than I remember. That's
Hachi-machi.
do us proud.
I think I might...
Like if you did this, for example. Don't.
No.
I beg you not to.
No. Okay. Wait, is this the one that I think
Yeah,
it is? Yes,
yeah.
it is the one I think it is. Okay, here's where we get into my curiosity being piqued. I want to watch a movie that I was told was very bad, but having just come through Power Rangers, I kind of want...
I feel like I know where you're going.
Do you? Because we're gonna watch Green Lantern.
Oh my god. I did not know where you were going.
Ooh, it's the extended cut too.
Oh.
Stay tuned.
Next time on Deep Dive, we're watching Green Lantern.